Uh, there is a problem in this brilliant educator called Freire, even with the word conscientization basically implies that I have the conscience and you don't have it. Mm-hmm. With a very beautiful method, with a great method, a very democratic method, I will give you the conscience that you don't have.
Yeah.
Well, this is hypothesis that we cannot share. It's again the idea of the vanguards, the enlightened guys that know how to do the things, and the people need to be educated in the right kind of thing.
Sure.
So we are not saying let's eliminate all kind of hierarchies. We are saying let's eliminate all kind of illegitimate hierarchies, giving power or prestige or position or whatever to certain kind of guys because of money, because of elections, because of whatever kind of things. Then we must recognize immediately legitimate hierarchies. For example, we need to recognize the wisdom of an old peasant in the community that knows everything about agriculture. We need to recognize that hierarchy.
Yeah.
We must not treat him or her in the same way. What we are trying to look at is for a different kind of attitude in the hierarchy, and this is what we call the feminine attitude. In the masculine attitude, it is domination, control, the hierarchy that dominates, the hierarchy that imposes on you things. We want the kind of hierarchy that cares for you.
Yes.
There is a hierarchy between the mother and the baby. A very clear hierarchy, but that is a hierarchy of love, of the mother for the baby. That is the kind of things that we want.
Yeah.
I think we can find a very, very solid expression associated with the idea of hierarchy in the 7 principles of the Zapatistas. If you see them, they can see very clearly as what we call the anti-patriarchal way of doing things. Those 7 principles are for the hierarchy, is for those Zapatistas in a position of authority. Those that are in a hierarchy, in an authority, in a board of good government, in the municipality, in the community, they should respect these 7 principles. And you can see immediately the difference. The first principle, to serve and not to serve yourself. What is what we men are doing in power? Everywhere, in the power in a corporation, in the power in the government and whatever, serve ourselves. It is for us. It is for economic purposes, for my self-interest, to accumulate money, to accumulate prestige, to accumulate just the pleasure of command. I am giving you these instructions and you need to obey. Just that pleasure of using the power that way. Of course, many women have learned to do that in the same way, but it is the contamination of the patriarchal mentality for men and women. I think that what we are looking is exactly, it's not to eliminate hierarchies, but to create different kind of hierarchies and to create an attitude in the hierarchy that is different of the way we are suffering the hierarchy. Because we all are humans, and we can have a very loving person that once in power corrupts him, herself. Then we need to have the system in the hands of the people, the capacity for recall. If this guy that was a very good guy, was a magnificent person, now he is not doing the right thing, then we can remove.
Yes. Okay.
We have all the capacity to change the person who is not doing the right thing. It is not, we cannot have the blind belief that everybody is a saint.